At the end of February in 2024, we headed off for a winter vacation in Alaska. Our epic journey took us from Fairbanks to Anchorage, where we froze at the Arctic Circle, chased the northern lights, soaked in hot springs, went dog mushing and snowmobiling, wandered the International Ice Festival, hiked the Matanuska Glacier, and participated in the ceremonial start of the Iditarod, and then took a train ride through Denali National Park. We started off our trip at the International Ice Festival in Fairbanks, Alaska. It is the World Ice Art Championships and one of the largest ice art events globally, attracting over 100 artists and 45,000 visitors annually. The event features numerous ice sculptures and a children's interactive playground. There are also many different competitions that take place. The event includes over 170 ice sculptures, which are often lit with colorful lights at night. The sculptures are made from Arctic diamond ice harvested from a local lake. The ice is exceptionally clear due to how quickly and thickly it freezes in Alaska's climate. Located about 60 miles northeast of Fairbanks, Chena Hot Springs is a geothermal resort in Alaska known for its mineral-rich hot springs, an Aurora ice museum, and geothermal energy projects. It was discovered in 1905 by two gold miners and became popular for its hot springs, which were believed to have healing properties. The natural water emerges from the ground at about 153 degrees and is cooled for soaking in the indoor and outdoor pools. It's a year-round destination famous for its potential to see the northern lights in the winter. The mineral content includes silica, sodium, iron, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sulfate. The resort has a natural outdoor rock lake and an indoor family swimming pool and outdoor hot tubs. The outdoor rock lake is a flow-through hot spring, meaning it's constantly drained and refilled, with the entire volume turning over multiple times a day. The Aurora Ice Museum at Chena Hot Springs is the world's largest year-round ice environment and is kept at a constant 25 degrees. It was built in 2005 using over 1,000 tons of local ice and snow and is maintained by a unique absorption chiller. The museum contains intricate ice carvings, and there is a bar where guests can purchase drinks like the appletini that's served in a glass made of ice on site. Guests have the option to smash the empty glass outside after the tour, which is a big tradition. The museum also includes a wedding chapel and rooms that can be rented out. We used a private tour company for a full exploration day where we traveled to the Arctic Circle via the Dalton Highway and ended the night chasing the northern lights. We stopped at the Yukon River where our eyelashes froze immediately, followed the gas pipelines for miles, and stopped at the enchanted forest and then made our way to the Arctic Circle. The Dalton Highway is a 414-mile road in Alaska that runs from Livingood to Dead Horse and ends at Prudhoe Bay. It's a difficult, largely gravel road known for its rugged conditions, limited service, The evening ended at a private cabin where we would be rewarded with a spectacular Aurora Borealis show. There happened to be a huge solar storm that night, so we got the show of our lives. There was no way to describe the feeling of watching the lights dancing across the sky and feeling how majestic nature can be. Our tour left out of Fairbanks at 9 a.m. and we returned about 3 a.m. the next morning. It was a long day, but the journey was one for the books. Next, we headed to spend a few hours partaking in the tradition of dog mushing. Dog mushing is a sport or method of transportation that involves using a team of dogs to pull a sled or a cart over snow. It originated centuries ago for transport, but now includes recreational and competitive activities like racing and urban mushing. It requires specialized harnesses and equipment. Communication between the musher and the dogs relies on commands, weight shifts, and an understanding of the dog's natural abilities. Today, it's primarily a sport and recreational activity cherished for the endurance and connection between the human and the dog, and a unique way to experience nature. What we learned from this experience is that these dogs love doing this. They are eager and excited to get out and run. Our next stop was Rod's Alaskan Guide Services for an amazing snowmobiling adventure. The tours are led by a local guide. Heated helmets, gloves, neck gaiters, bibs, jackets, and boots are included with your tour. You can choose from a 1-hour tour, a 2-hour tour, or full-day trips. We did the 1-hour tour. We ended our journey in Fairbanks and boarded the Alaskan Railroad's Aurora winter train to Anchorage. This is a full-day trip that leaves at 8 a.m. and arrives in Anchorage around 8 p.m. It's a scenic 12-hour journey through mountains, remote villages, and Denali National Park. The train schedule in the winter is limited to weekends. One day the train runs southbound and the other will run northbound. The rail cars are heated with comfortable seats, large windows, has a cafe, and a dining car. The dining car features tables for 4, so if you are a couple, just know that you will be seated with another couple to maximize the amount of people they can serve at one time. Along the route, the train will stop for locals that wait along the tracks from the remote villages that need rides into the bigger cities for supplies. We saw over 20 moose during our trip, and at one point the train was barely moving because moose like to walk along the tracks where previous trains have cleared the snow. Off of the tracks, the snow can be many feet deep, so a nice cleared train track is ideal for moving along for the moose. Denali National Park is a vast 6 million acre park known for North America's highest peak. Formerly known as Mount McKinley, it sits at over 20,000 feet. The park was established in 1917 to protect Dall sheep, but has since expanded and now protects a wide variety of wildlife, including grizzly bears, wolves, moose, caribou, which are often referred to as Denali's Big Five. The park is also home to 39 species of mammals, 169 species of birds, 14 species of fish, and 1 amphibian. After an amazing train journey, we headed northeast of Anchorage to the Matanuska Glacier for a guided tour. The tour starts off with a sled ride to the glacier, and there are many ice caves and trails to explore, and we even got to slide down a frozen crevice. The glacier is 27 miles long and 4 miles wide and is a valley glacier consisting of streams of flowing ice that create the headwaters of the Matanuska River. Glaciers form from time, snow, pressure, and gravity. Snow falls, then compresses, and turns into ice under pressure. After multiple freezing and melting stages, it compacts into glacier ice. The ice flows downhill due to gravity and extreme pressure it's under due to the weight of the snow. These factors allow the glaciers to grow. Glacier ice appears blue when the ice is dense and has no air bubbles. As glaciers form, the ice compresses. Air bubbles are pushed out, leaving thick layers of ice. Having no air bubbles allows for light to travel deeper into the ice, which results in more of a blue hue. The dense glacial ice absorbs all colors of light visible from the spectrum except for blue, which transmits back to our eyes. Less dense ice with more air bubbles appear to be white as light scatters when it hits the air and the ice cannot travel any deeper. This is similar to how snow scatters lights and appears white to our eyes. We headed to downtown Anchorage where the ceremonial start of the 2024 Iditarod was going to take place. The Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race is an annual long-distance race held in Alaska every March and covers approximately 1,000 miles of rugged, snowy terrain from Anchorage to Nome. The race commemorates the historical use of dog sleds for communication and supply delivery in Alaska. The race begins with the ceremonial start in downtown Anchorage on the first Saturday in March, with official competitive race starting the next day in Willow. Mushers and their teams face extreme conditions including blizzards, sub-zero temperatures, and wind chills that can reach as low as negative 100 degrees. Each team must take 3 mandatory rests, one 24-hour stop, one 8-hour stop on the Yukon River, and one 8-hour stop at the White Mountain checkpoint. When most people think of vacations, they normally think of a relaxing warm beach. But if you can stand the cold, an Alaska winter trip will not disappoint you. This was our first cold trip and quickly climbed to the top spot as one of our favorite vacations ever.